Hi there, this is a reading for Taurus from your friendly metal dog Scorpio, and it could be Sun, Moon, Rising Taurus, Mars if you like. I'm learning a little bit about YouTube tarot readers, so I have a job, but some of the readers I watch make a living at this, and yeah, so if you watch a lot of their videos, they can put food on the table. In my case, I don't ever see myself making a nickel off this, but I do follow some amazing tarot readers who put some sort of life together amazingly. And they're really good at what they do, and I learned from them. All right, Taurus. So I read about you. You're the fourth fixed sign. I have all the other three in me: Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, with the fourth fixed sign being Taurus. And as a person who's extremely fixed, I think we often get read as stubborn, and right, because you're a bull, you might get read as stubborn. But I see it more as a sensation of having integrity. Like, the world can be changing around me, but ultimately I'm grounded in my sense of who I am. And then secondly, what this fixedness means, and I see this when I learn more about Taurus, is that you finish. We're the finishers. We take that idea, that new idea that someone in the cardinal sign might have. It's moved forward by those who are mutable, but we fix signs. We get her done, and so that can look stubborn. It can look bullheaded. Now, as a Scorpio, I learned when I was a kid that Taurus is the complementary sign to Scorpio, the earthy complement to my watery Scorpio. And I did have really my first great love on my high school basketball team, who was a Taurus. Boy, we couldn't have been more different, but I always knew she'd be running right across the court, and I'd get that ball right in there to her. And of course, she had no idea that I was in love with her, but being a little queer in high school, that's what it's like. That's your love story. Anyway, so I'm thinking about that Taurus and more recent friends who are Taurus. I never have felt like it is a good match romantically for me, but I do really love being around earth signs. Now, Taurus is named after a constellation in the sky, as all of the signs are, and supposedly old Zeus, that big lover, that big cheater, he fell in love with this amazing Phoenician woman named Europa. And so he turned himself into a white bull. And somehow that worked for her. And she climbed on his back, and he swam from Lebanon, is where Phoenicians lived back then. He swam her all the way to the island of Crete, where an amazing worship of the goddess, represented by the bull or the minotaur that Theseus fights. I got to go to Crete a few summers ago. It is an amazing place if you haven't been there. Amazing place to drive, amazing place to go into the gorgeous sea. And boy, that history of goddess worship that the cult of the bull represented there when Theseus arrived with his Zeus-centered faith was really, really fascinating. Anyhow, lots to read about that. I am going to pull you an oracle card from the Elemental Oracle. This is a new thing for me in my readings. I just left a card here on the bottom. I'll point this out. I got this in another reading. This is the storm. It is the cleansing storm. I see it as a kind of tower. And then I also keep seeing this card on the bottom here, the equator, to make equal. So these aren't the cards I'm pulling for your reading, but the fact that I keep seeing them today makes me want to point them out, that there is some kind of big tower moment happening. And I would say it bodes quite well. It suggests that we are heading towards equality, towards social justice. This beautiful women, these two women, they look like really close friends or more. And yeah, the white girl seems a little bit checked out, but her beautiful friend, this beautiful woman of color, is holding up this sort of planet, this moon, this sphere here across her friend's body. Interesting. And then there's movement. There's a lot of momentum around us right now in this direction. We see air, motion. This card makes me think of a chariot. Wow. So, little bonus there. I think reading for the collective today in a broader sense, but maybe that will also enter into your reading. For you, my dear bull people, the Taurus, we get voice. That's a fantastic person. Speaking your word makes me think of being authentic, being true to yourself. There's a lot about music here, singing, right? So if you are a musician or if you have something to say, it appears now is the time you're being encouraged to speak your word. You have some kind of inspiration or idea, get it out there. It's going to go towards this new justice, to this momentum that we come across out here. Wow. Okay. So we'll see how your voice comes up in this reading. All right. I'm going to start with the Light Seers. Beautiful deck here. We're going to put down 7 cards. I will tell you what each card represents, and I will try to remind you throughout the reading. And then I will clarify with another deck. And this is the first time I've ever used the Good Tarot to clarify. It's actually quite mysterious and difficult deck to read for me. But I just felt like these are the decks that I wanted to use for this reading, Taurus. So I'm going to shuffle this and we'll see what happens. Okay, I think I want to ask a question for you. I'm going to ask really just what do we want to know? What does Taurus have to say? What is the word that Taurus needs to speak? Is it I love you? Is it that's my limit? Or is it taking some kind of leadership? You know, what is the word? How must Taurus use their voice? Okay. All right. Let's split the deck here. And pull some cards and see what happens. Okay. So first of all, in the recent past, we get the 7 of Swords. That's really interesting because this card is, of all the cards that I can think of here off the top of my head, 7 of Swords is the most about being secretive. So perhaps you have a secret that you need to tell, and this is something from the recent past. The Raven is telling. So are you the Raven? Are you telling? Or are you the person sneaking away with the raven's feathers and the knife? We will find out more about you. Wow, interesting. Okay, in the present, we have you completely satisfied on your own in the 9 of Pentacles. This is a person who is grounded. She's making a beautiful home. We see the hawk here is actually not hooded. Often in the 9 of Pentacles, we see the hawk hooded, which just simply means that she looks to herself. She's a person of integrity. Okay. So if there was a recent past where the raven is telling there's a secretive past, in the present, you are quite confident, comfortable in your element, in your home. And it's interesting. I see that what is hanging from the ceiling are all kinds of plants, herbs perhaps, that she has collected. This is what you would do if you were going to dry herbs. And I was just talking with someone, and they were going to pull their tomato plants out of the garden and hang them upside down in the garage so that they could ripen the last of the tomatoes of the season. It is that time of the year when our plants are going to freeze, and so instead we bring them in. So this is you. I feel you're in contented solitude in the present. All right, hidden influences around you. We have this young, passionate energy, the Page of Wands, just flinging her willpower up into a big, gorgeous dance move here. One of my friends interprets this as a kind of flamenco dancing. I noticed that her pants have like some kind of, it looks like I want to say it's a salamander. Yeah, she's got salamanders on her pants, and the wands are associated with the element of fire. So this is passion. This is sort of around you, a very passionate young energy, someone who is quite comfortable in the fire, which would be quite different from where you are, where you feel yourself to be kind of contentedly in your simple, solitary life. So there's some kind of secretive past, and there's around you this fiery, passionate energy. We will find out more. The next card here will be you. And you are, how appropriate, King of Pentacles. That is the Earth King right there. Happily at home. This again signals to me that you are solitary. Perhaps you have some dogs or a dog. Just a comfortable, easy, grounded person who's happy at home. I often think of the King of Pentacles, this Earth King, as kind of a boring guy, but he's definitely a nice, solid person, and no offense to say that that security is not my thing. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it being your thing. So yeah, he's an easy, grounded guy. I like this particular King of Pentacles, and I love his dog. Mature, that's you. All right, the people around you, or the person around you, somebody you are destined, fated, lucky enough to have. And sorry, but they're not on your time frame. So that's interesting. There's a destined person. And then we have this Page of Wands, this young, fiery energy that you're not aware of. So that's kind of interesting. Well, I can't wait to find out more about that. So here's your underlying energy, the voice. Speaking your word, singing it. She is very fiery. I guess I kind of see this person as like this Page of Wands right now. You see that same kind of swirl of energy and that fiery nature. Yeah. And this is, I'm reading, there is a destined fiery person in your life. I could be wrong, but you have something to say to them or about them, or they have something to say to you. Perhaps you have been trying to sneak off to go be by yourself, and you've happily made it into the solitary, fulfilling life. And then this pesky Page of Wands seems to be fated. You're going to get disrupted here, Taurus. That's what I see. What's your advice? Your advice is, wow, the Emperor, Aries, more fire. I wonder if this person's an Aries, actually. This person is, this is advice, not person, although the Emperor can represent a person, and it makes sense whenever you see kings, queens, pages, knights, emperors, to think, oh, here's a person. But to be like the emperor, if this is your advice, it really goes with this kind of very solid, grounded, wealthy, powerful you that you are. The emperor is the king of kings. He can be very. It's funny because he's red. He's in red, that the color of the fire of the wands. But he's also very grounded, and I really see him in his pentacle Taurus form, and I think definitely of Zeus turning himself into that white bull, because that white chess piece, which is it the king or is it the king? Look on the wall, there is the head of a sheep here, but because you are a Taurus, I see more of a bull's head. Careful, lest you become a trophy on that guy's wall. I don't know, that just came into me. He's actually sitting on the planet Mars, would be my guess here. And the future, the future is very good here. This is being with your truest friend, your soulmate, the person you can be yourself with. This is a fun time, camping, dancing, laughing out underneath the stars. Look at that sky. That sky is the same sky that we see here in voice. So maybe that kind of grounded, authoritative voice that the emperor would have will bring into your life this person, this partnership. I mean, this person is fated. This is fate. This Aries, maybe? And I think I see the King of Wands here. Another reiteration of a fiery king. Could be any of the fire signs. Sag, Leo, Aries. But he looks an awful lot like our emperor, doesn't he? Wow, Taurus. You have a fire sign coming into your orbit. Yeah. Take or leave that. They don't have to be your partner. All right, I'm going to clarify now with the good tarot. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what the good tarot wants to clarify here. We may get down into the murky depths. As your Scorpio reader, I'm not afraid of that. But let's just see what story unfolds as we look at these cards. So the Seven of Swords, your recent past. Wow, the Page of Fire appears again. So this is the Page of Wands. This is the hidden energy. You met this person already. You've encountered this in your recent past. And remember the person with the voice, this raven, and the person with the secrets? There's tension between this Page of Wands and you in the past. Wow, I love that magical, youthful, sci-fi kid here. And we can maybe see the influence of, you can see that as the moon or Mars. There's your emperor sitting on Mars. I always wonder why this kid's wearing a helmet though, you know? Anyways, a magical, youthful person, butterflies coming off of her, and a tiger. Could be born the year of the tiger, have a tigery, fiery quality. Then we get Four of Fire. You also receive this as your future. Wow, no kidding. Let me just say, like, I've been doing a few of these readings now, and this reiteration about this person being fated, this Page of Wands, that you end up in the future, and this is the past. You met this person already. Wow. You met this person, there's a kind of real connection. The Four of Wands is willpower, fire, stability. When you have a four, like everything is up on the surface, like, and it's stable, like a table or a chair. And that's why people can sometimes associate the Four of Wands with a soulmate connection. It could be even an inner child connection, or past, a youthful connection, someone that you knew long ago. And maybe in the past, there was a sort of tension between you. Somebody telling, somebody leaving secrets. It looks like the past was hard. This person was in your past, this connection. And thirdly, the messenger of earth. This speaks again to voice, to speaking your truth, speaking your word, keeping your word as well. Taurus, you are of earth. And in this, we see you and this page of fire could almost be, I would almost guess, I am going to guess, that this is an old relationship that you had, that it's still, there's something to do with this in your future. Wow. It's giving me goosebumps. Such an interesting story unfolding here. I personally don't like people to come from my past. When I'm done, I want to be done. But a lot of people love this story of somebody coming back from the past. It looks to me, though, that this is not something that you're looking for, because here you are in the present, happily in solitude. They, I would guess, are still carrying a torch for you, because this is they, and this energy that they bring, this fire, this passion, that's not you. You're just chilling at home with your dog. We're dogs. Wow. Okay. All right. So in the present, there is an Ace of Fire. This is a new offer. This is passion. This is creative. Wow. So you're comfortable alone, but there is somebody offering you an Ace of Fire presently. There's also an ending. Maybe you were leaving another relationship. This can be Ten of Fire, even though the fire, the wands, is about passion and creativity. This person has written this music and she is burning it. Sometimes the Ten of Wands here would be interpreted as time to quit your job, completion of a creative work, and then you have a new idea, this Ace of Fire. So that this Ace of Fire I'm associating with this page of fire, but it could be, you have a new idea for the next project and you are wrapping up the previous one. And thirdly, we get the Five of Fire. My gosh, there's a lot of fire in your reading, Taurus. There's a lot of passion here. We've got the Page of Fire, the Ace, 4, 5, and the 10 of Wands in your reading. 4 of Wands appearing twice. The Five of Fire is usually about creative collaboration. It can be conflict in your passion, in your creative work. It's usually like a bunch of people with their own wand and nobody's able to lead. There needs to be a leader. It could be a feeling that you might have, Taurus. I think of Taurus, people I know, kind of take charge, get everything under control kind of people. So lots of passion here in the past and the present. The present seems to be a solitary passion until we get the Five of Fire. So you're working, or at least competing with others in this area. Maybe that will become more clear as you keep on reading. So let's clarify the Page of Wands, who is this hidden influence that I'm saying is Reaffirming this. This is a Two of Cups for you. This is true love between equals. Can be an intimate friendship. This is an emotional connection. You're not aware of it. It's around you, though. This is we're clarifying your friend who is in your past, right? Page of Fire, Page of Wands. This is the reiteration that we already got in the past. When you know from your past is a soulmate connection, and there's like this new love possibility entering into your life. You also get the Four of Water. This card, you see, she is offering you that love, that cup of love. She's offering you that bubble. There are 3 other bubbles receding behind her. Often this card is about not seeing what is being offered to you because you're focusing on what you have lost. You're focusing on the ones that are receding behind her. But listen, right? She's speaking to you. She's offering you a Two of Water. And she is a beautiful, emotional, passionate, or they person. And then, yeah, this reiterates what we saw in the past, that this is a person from your past. Usually the underlying energy, I don't see it as a person. Here, I see this as like, this is inner child person. It's a soulmate card. This card's about nostalgia. Usually in this deck, the artist, the way that she interprets this card is like, you need to quit moping over the past and look ahead. You can get trapped in the past. You can see reflected on the surface of the water is a kind of, I don't know, it looks skeletal to me. I mean, it's a very vague kind of skeletal. Also looks a little bit like the Eiffel Tower. That's weird. Did you go to Paris? Did you meet somebody in Paris? Very romantic. It's a romantic nostalgia. I'm going to guess that the person, this Page of Wands, is a soulmate. They want to offer you an Ace of Cups. They're very nostalgic for what you had in the past, which was this Four of Fire. Yeah. And in the past, you were this solid, slow, earthy, beautiful messenger of Earth. Messenger of Earth is the slowpoke knight. She's very worth waiting for, if you ask me. That's you. And now you are matured. You are the King of Pentacles. Some time has passed. You are comfortable and grounded on your own. So you're actually available for this love, this passionate Page of Wands to come back in your life. They're fated, right? This is them too. There's destiny at play here. Let's see what happens. Okay, tell me more about you, Taurus. Okay, I love that you have a dog, no doubt. There you are again. There, in this deck, the Ten of Earth is the one with the wolf dog. Could be a different kind of dog, but boy, she knows her worth. That's what I always say when I see the Queen of Earth. In this deck, this beautiful Ten of Earth, it is abundance, security, wealth, and she seems solitary to me in this deck. In other decks, she's in a family, but you, my friend, my Taurus, are appearing single and content being single. What else? You are the Empress. Hello, your advice is the Emperor. That's your match. Empress, this beautiful earth goddess, abundance, total security and wealth. Yeah, this is a very earthy card here. She is gathered in the harvest. Wow, you're something else, Taurus. You are very comfortable, very stable, very grounded, very beautiful, very powerful person. And 705, you have integrity. This to me goes with the speaking your word. You have integrity. All of these people that are representing you in this deck have integrity. And when I put this down on the table, you're aware this fire is coming towards you. You feel that. You intuitively know that this hidden energy, you're intuitively aware of it. That's what I see here, because this unicorn is riding towards you. So this card I read is both about your integrity and about your awareness of this fiery presence around you. Could just be the way that you get ideas, because in your present I see you alone. You have a new idea, you have finishing an idea. You may be in conflict or competition in the creative realm within which you work. Wow, you're amazing. Very mature, very stable, wealthy. You have a lot to offer. No wonder this little Page of Wands wants to be around you. You know, that's a younger energy for you, and so that might be a part of what's off-putting. Even in the past, you were a messenger, like a knight to their page who's junior to you. So, but that could just be that they're childlike. They have a kind of youthfulness. You're a grown-up. You might perhaps have a tendency to be such a grown-up. That's a little bit of a bummer for this Page of Wands. But I just see lots of feelings and lots of passion towards you from this page. So, okay, we're going to clarify the wheel, which is the people or the person in your life. I've been reading to this point that the hidden energy is this person. But let's see what else we learn here about who's around you. Get your friends, get people you work with, get all kinds of things here. Let's see. The Two of Earth. This is a work friend. This is someone making a decision, seeking balance. Wow, this person is receiving a call. I really think again about our underlying energy, our oracle card here, right? Sorry, they're so shiny. So the call is judgment. This is a call. This person, these people in your life are being called to ascend spiritually. They are able to bring others with them. They are feeling fate. They're feeling destiny. It seems to be in career. But that's good, because this Page of Wands needs to grow up. It needs to ascend to be your match, right? We see hidden influences, the Two of Water. This means someone who is your equal, not someone junior to you. And so the fact that this wheel is clarified by someone seeking balance and someone also being called to ascend, to mature. And they are also leaving an unfulfilling life to go on a spiritual journey here. This person is actually, they're making a decision to travel, maybe towards you. It's a spiritual calling, though. This is definitely leaving an unfulfilling present they've got, you see this chest full of bubbles, right? Those represent cups or water in this deck. So it's an emotionally unfulfilling present that they are in. They're being called to leave. And that would suggest that why they are, explains why there's a sense of them seeking balance, maybe juggling, kind of trying to come to this decision. It's a very practical process that they're using in order to really answer a spiritual call for an emotionally satisfying future. But that is their destiny. So very likely that they will answer that call and go on that journey. That's interesting. So I'm glad that they're going on a journey to mature, to ascend, because you are such a grown-up. You should have an equal. And now your advice is the Emperor. You've appeared here in this reading as the Empress. Your advice is the Emperor. Okay. Yeah, don't be a trophy, I said, didn't I? He's the king on the chessboard. King actually can't do that much compared to the queen or the empress. I just watched a really great show called The Queen's Gambit on Netflix. Highly recommend, about a woman chess player in the 60s. Great fashion. All right, so your advice, in addition. Queen of Earth. I think this is so interesting. You appear as the King of Pentacles. Here is your Queen. You appear as the Empress. The Emperor appears. Okay, 6 of Fire. Victory. More travel. Movement. Passion. And the 7 of Earth. The 7 of Earth is traditionally a person who is cultivating, working, and waiting for the product of their labor. This person is meeting Tinkerbell. It's like a Peter Pan and Tinkerbell card to me. Yeah, so again, I see the earthy, you, the earthy person, and then this fiery Page of Wands. Yeah, there you guys are. She's like this little fairy here in the card. Or he. Okay. If I took this advice, there's so much earth and fire in this reading. It just, this Aries or this fire sign, this Emperor, the Sag, Aries, Leo. I don't really see the Leo so much as Aries or Sag. Mostly Aries. Fate. Somebody answering the call of destiny. And this Page of Wands from your past. Maybe that's just in your mind. Maybe the Page of Wands, maybe you're the one who's in the 6 of Water, hearkening back to that. There could be a third person here, although I don't see 3s at all. So I see 7s. 6s, 7s. Well, shoot, I just see lots of fire and earth here. Well, let's see the future. Maybe it'll help me make sense of this advice for you. Okay. I'm going to hold that thought until I read this, Taurus. All right, your 4 of Wands future. Remember, it appeared in your past. So here's your 4 of Wands. We're going to clarify this. Future is, of course, subject to free will. If you choose not to take the advice of the Emperor, the Queen of Earth, the 6 of Fire, and the 7 of Earth, which would suggest to me that your match, you're going to meet your match. Twice. This tells me 2 times that you're going to meet your match here. And you're equal. And that there will be victory. And this person, this wheel, 2 of Earth call, 8 of Water, this person is ascending spiritually. There's a sense of destiny, of luck, of fate. in their path, but also in their encounter with you. And Seven of Earth. I think you might need to wait. We'll see. Okay, the future. The moon. There's a little bit of intuitive knowing at best, maybe mystery. The future is obscure in the moon. Lots more of the secrets. Remember, this is your past. Here's the moon shining down her light. It's austere. Someone is telling. Someone is secretive. So that past dynamic between you and this page of fire is in the future, just like the Four of Wands. How interesting. You get the Three of Water. There's a 3. So it's very cool. Like I said, I don't see any 3s, and here is an emotional 3 of water. It can mean friendship. It can mean hanging out with friends and having fun. It also could be telling me, because I was not seeing a 3, that there are 3 people here, you and this Page of Wands, and then this other person on this spiritual journey who is your equal. And the world is the future as well. The world is a completion, total wholeness in the future. I think because the moon orbits the world, I see a relationship between this moon and the world here. Yeah, there is a great love in your future, and it's either someone that you knew in the past who is now ascending, or a third person who is your friend as well as your perfect match. Queen of Earth to King of Pentacles. It's King of Earth is the Pentacles. Empress to Emperor. Yeah, wow. And the world is achieving the end of a cycle. It's the ultimate goal of any kind of process of ascension, of learning, and it can mean the end of and the beginning of a new cycle, right? 10s in the world can mean that. But in this, I see the moon and the world. I see a relationship with gravity. I see the Two of Water. I see love in your cards. And I also see that you might be resistant to that love. But it's coming in. It's traveling towards you. It's coming in hot. It's coming in fast. I feel that too. What else we have here? 8 of Air. 7 of Water. 2 of Air. You're in some confusion. There's some dilemma here. But somebody's going to use their voice. The 8 of Fire. That's a message coming in. There's going to be some kind of communication. And it goes back to this beginning feeling. Same colors, scheme, really. Different artist. But this is a message coming in. Somebody's going to tell you, or you're going to tell somebody the truth about how you feel or how they feel. And this is going to bring you into a very powerful orbit with your equal. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Taurus. That was really cool to invade your privacy and learn a little bit about your story here. Let me know if I got anything right. I'd love to know. And I hope this reading serves you. I actually can't tell you who to pick, but I say pick the one that feels like you're equal, and you will have victory and a feeling of completion, and you will have a true Four of Wands, a true soulmate connection. All right. Good luck.